Jules, we're back, and as part of our festive holiday special, we've been asked to make our own 11s of the half season.
Yes, mid-season 11.
Now, look, I'm really bad at doing these.
You're great.
I always forget players.
You don't.
I'm biased with my 11s.
So
I try
am
not
I.
to be in my day-to-day, but I pick guys that I like.
Yeah,
And
that's good.
one guy I really don't like, and he's my goalkeeper. Shall we compare them?
But before we do that, it's very subjective because all the listeners, all the viewers will have obviously a very different 11. It would be almost impossible to have the same one as you or me. Everybody, as you said, has individual players that they really like or players from their team or the team they support that they really like. And I won't lie, there's a couple of PSG players in this. One deserves to be there. The other one is very much of a love choice. But so that's normal, Gabby. And I think your team is going to be great.
I have 0 Paris Saint-Germain players. But
It's
again,
okay.
I don't have only players that I like. I have a guy I don't like. And in goal, this is my 11. In goal, I have Emi Martinez.
Fair enough. He's been voted goalkeeper of the year. So here you go.
I think that's a standard. I don't particularly like him. I think he's kind of a tool, actually. But I think he's a very, very good goalkeeper. And maybe it's ultimately jealousy.
That save against Juventus, remember, in the Champions League was pretty special a few weeks ago.
Yeah, and he made another save more recently
against
Villa,
Forest.
Against Forest before he threw it into the back of his own net.
Yeah, true.
At the back, I have Jeremy Frimpong. Now, he's a wing back, a right back. He's been playing as a winger recently.
Yeah.
Chabi, don't do this anymore. The man's a right back.
Is he a right back? Is he that good as a right back?
That's fine. He's my attack. I got attacking.
You got attacking.
Right backs. I'm
Fair
progressive.
enough.
I got him in there. I have William Saliba because,
Saliba.
How could you not have William Saliba based on this season? I have my man Alessandro Bastoni, Alex Sticks.
Very good.
Because he's big. He's also, notice, left-footed center back.
Yeah,
yes?
Nice.
Oh, yeah, you're very big on your left-footed
center
back and left back. How
could you not? Yeah.
Fede Di Marco should have won the Puskas Award in a fair world, but some of the voters, unfortunately, are Muppets. So, that is my back four. In midfield, I've gone with Ryan Gravenberch, who I think should be in everybody's team of this year. I don't know if he will be on yours.
Again, incredible season so far.
With him, I have Ederson, who I think in his position this season has been arguably the best player in Europe. If you can come up with a better player than him this season that position.
He was close to make my team, but he didn't, but he was very close.
I'll be curious to hear who you put in there ahead of my boy Ederson. Do you agree he's been the best Ederson this season in Europe?
By far. Okay, you're right. You Absolutely, you're right.
And then, of course, Jamal Musiala. I had to squeeze him. I don't like doing this, but producer Freddie says 9 has to be 4-3-3. So I had to shoehorn him in there in the 3.
Yeah,
I'm sure he could play that role.
Yeah, but that's not really his position. It's okay. I've got a player that is also not really playing in his best position in my team. So we'll give you that one.
Up front.
Nice.
Yeah.
3 left footers, though. 3 left footers. 3 left footers for your front 3. That's pretty unusual.
It's unusual just to go and mess with people's minds. Rafinha can play anywhere. He's the player of the season. Him or Alex Baena, I think, are the player of the season in La Liga. Mohamed Salah, who's going to argue with that?
Of course.
Cole Palmer.
You just wanted him. You wanted to put him in, right? Anyway.
Palmer again and again and again. Yeah, look, he's played center forward before occasionally. Not a genuine center forward, but when I have these restrictions of the 4-3-3, I think he can play in that position. I think this team would be really good, even with all those left footers in there.
It's fine. That front, I love that left-footed front 3, man. Very impressive.
Well, Rafinha plays on the left, so he can play on the left. So that's fine.
True.
It's not an issue.
It's just I don't think there are any other left-footed front 3 right now in the world, but that's great.
Gab FC.
Gab FC, exactly.
Jules, let's hear yours.
Yeah,
talk us through yours.
I like your Emi Martinez pick, but I raise you David De Gea. I mean, David De Gea, I think, has been amazing for Fiorentina, but it's more the story that we like, the fact that he could not find a club last season. And even when he signed for Fiorentina, we were like, really? Him? He might be a bit rusty. And he didn't start really the season. But then once he got into the team, he was outstanding, saving penalties and everything. So for me, David De Gea is there. My back four actually has 2 players, like you did. Saliba and Di Marco, I think, will be in everybody else's 11 for this first half of the season. Di Marco left back, Saliba centre back. And then I deferred a little bit from you. I've got Achraf Hakimi, who for me has been the best right back in Europe this season. outstanding for Luis Enrique and PSG, both in the league and in Europe.
Yeah, if he chose to play left back, he'd probably be the best left back in Europe too. But hey.
No, because they would be Di Marco.
No. But what I'm saying is, the thing about Hakimi is, in the past, we've seen him play equally effectively.
He's just that good. Yeah, incredible. And then Pau Kubasi, because at 17 years old, he's still only young. He's still very good. I think he can play. For me, between him and Igor Martinez, the one that messes up the highline is more Martinez than Pau. So I just love Pau Kubasi. And again, I love the story. So
I thought he was better last season.
No, I disagree. And also, the team is better this season than last season. And also, I could not get Lamine Yamal because I've got Mo Salah. So Pau Kubasi is also there for his mate Lamine Yamal. My midfield three, and that's where I've got Cole Palmer slightly in your Musiala role, if you want. Yeah. So I'm allowed, like you were allowed for Musiala. Gravenberch, you said, 100% deserve to be there. And my boy Joao Neves. Not just because he plays for PSG, but because I think a 19-year-old who's adapted so quickly to a new team, a new culture, a new everything. He's been great in everything that he's been doing for PSG this season. Defending, attacking, creating, recovering the ball. He's played left back at times. He's been really, really outstanding. So I know he won't be in many people's teams.
No, he won't.
Because he's more of a hard choice, but he's been really, really good so far.
It's interesting you speak hard choice, but I would argue he's not even the best teenage midfielder at Paris Saint-Germain in terms of ability and future. And yet, I can see your logic with putting in there. But you'd have, if you ask who's got the brighter future, him or Warren Zaire-Emery, you go with Warren, yeah?
And Zaire-Emery is Paris born and bred. But Neves has been better than Zaire-Emery this season. So it is a And then the front three, two similar players than you, Gabi, Salah, and Rafinha, of course. But as a 9, I went for Charles de Ketelaere.
The Prince!
The Prince. And you're right, Ederson almost made my lineup, and he should have been ahead of Joao Neves, I give you that. But then I needed an Atalanta player there. I thought about Retegui, of course. I thought about Lookman, that I could have played there centrally, but the Ketelaere has been great. Even just for the young boys cameo in the Champions League, it's been incredible. So the Ketelaere for me there. And between your team and my team, I would call it a 2-2 draw.
I think that sounds fair.
They were playing each other.
One thing that's interesting is both of us, Charles de Ketelaere, of course, plays in a front two. He's not really traditional center forward.
That's true.
I'd call Palmer not one. Is there a broader meaning or something to read into that we actually struggled to find? There was no obvious, maybe.
Well, I guess Lewandowski still has 16 goals in 16 La Liga games or something?
Lewandowski, people will question, why didn't we go for Lewandowski?
Maybe, yeah.
He's done exceptionally well. He's also missed a lot of goals this season.
That's true.
But then again,
Retegui. Retegui is not even a starter per se, is he?
He starts some games, doesn't start others. Yeah.
Still an incredible return for the minutes that he's played.
Now, there is one question that producer Freddie, that we like to ask all our guests.
Yeah, that's true.
So he'd like us to ask each other this question, which is, what age were you not the best player in your team? Now, we normally ask this of professional footballers. I will come right out and say I was probably 5 or 6. At the time, I was not the best player in my football team.
But at least you were at some point, so that's good. Some people are never the best in their team, so...
yes, when I was just kicking balls against the wall in my back garden.
I'm sure not.
But, Jules, when were you not the best player in your team? Because you obviously, for those who don't know, Jules played at a fairly high level. Probably you had to make a choice at some point between you and a university and maybe the third.
My dad made it for me.
The third tier. Your dad made it for you.
I would say I played for this really good team in the Paris area, Paris suburbs called Vincennes, who we had a really good under 17, under 15, under 17 team in almost the top division at that age group in the whole of France. And until then, I was probably the best in that team and the captain. And then I moved to an even better team, who were the first team in the 4th division, Le Lila, where I played for the next few years, and that was another level. I won't lie. We had players there who were incredible.
We're talking like 16.
So no, I was just 17 going 18. So I was then too old to play under 17. So then we go into the junior, it's called in France, or the under 20s if you want. And now we had an amazing team. A team like assembled from everywhere in Paris. It was amazing, and that's where I think I stopped being the best. Yeah, but it's okay because the other players were better than me, and I was still the captain because I was the brains within the team.
There you
but
go.
There were some amazing players.
How am I not shocked that you talked your way into being the captain?
You have to.
All right, Jules, this brings us to an end. We want to wish everybody a happy holiday season. We're going to be back, don't worry, just after Christmas. Until then, love the game, love your neighbor, love yourself.